You ready to make one consecutive start in a row?
Yeah, we're working to it. I got to go to practice yesterday, move around a little bit, so I'm trying to get back on track. Kevin joked to me if I got 102 straight more starts. I don't know if I have that in me, but hopefully get back out there and try and help the team a little bit.
How close were you last week, Joel?
I wanted to bad. I was probably being a little selfish, honestly. Like, not just for the streak, but the competitor in me wanted to be on the field because I feel like I can, help the team when I'm out there. But we all decided that it was probably best to not play on 13 days post surgery, for the remainder of the season, for the 12 other games we have. But it was a tough decision. I was trying to get back there, but it wasn't quite ready. It wasn't quite ready, so it was the right decision to wait a little bit longer.
Did you hear from Joe Thomas? Did he pop the champagne?
No. I did talk to Joe and Mitch, actually. A few guys, JC, guys that I had played with or been a part of it. And honestly, just for advice on the whole situation. But no, he was very helpful in it. But he wasn't, I don't think he was popping champagne, but he did say he was thinking about me, so it was nice.
So what happened? Because you looked fine after the game, you talked after the game. What kind of happened?
Yeah, so I was kind of dealing with it from earlier in the year. I want to say Pittsburgh, maybe. I just, had some knee issues, and it wasn't getting better. It was so I was kind of dealing with that for 2.5 games, and it was our chance to go look and see what was wrong, and it was a good thing we did. I already feel a lot better. There's some damage in there that they fixed with the scope, and it turned out to be good. So it wasn't one instance in the game that happened, but it was kind of over time through the first kind of quarter of the season. But it was kind of our one time in the season where they didn't have to miss too much time, so we decided to make a move and get it fixed.
What did you do during that? During those 3 hours on Sunday?
During the game?
Yeah.
I was on the sideline. Yeah, it was weird, last time I said I was the Pittsburgh playoff game, I was at home for that, for COVID, But this one was different being on the sideline, but I was super proud of Mike. He obviously got banged up, but he went out there and fought and played well, and the O-line really stepped up. But it's different. I had a little bit more fan mentality, I could watch the defense a little bit more, when you're outside, because you're not looking at the next play, you're going to run an offense and stuff. And I got to listen to, Coach Fancy call some plays in the headset. I had one of those in. So it was kind of a different perspective, but it was awesome that they won the game, and it was just a little tap, like, all right, we got the win anyway, so it was good.
So did you call the direct snap to Harrison Brown?
No, that was a good one though. Harry's asking for a little bit more money now. He thinks he's a quarterback, so we'll see what happens with that.
Speaking of quarterbacks, we were told by a player that Watson may practice today. Unknowing the uncertainty that this guy's playing this game out there, it's not healthy, is it? For Sundays.
The team is really focused, and Coach Fancy's done a good job of we have to focus with the guys that we have out there. Me included, when I was hurt, Dunning was ultra focused. PJ and DTR have been ultra focused when they're out there, and we just want Sean at full health and make sure he's comfortable and ready to play. We don't have an answer of when that's going to be, and I don't know if he has an answer, but he's trying to work through it. And that's NFL. There's injuries, there's things that happen like that, and as a player, you really try not to ride the roller coaster, and there's a lot of noise and things like that. But as us, we get to go out there and compete and fight, and the guys that are going to be out there are going to go hard. They showed it this weekend. PJ, Michael Dunn, all stepped up and played well enough for us to win. But it's one of those things where he's out there with us at practice. We get excited for him and ready to go, but we know PJ and DTR are ready to take reps too.
Grover not playing for them. How does that impact their defensive line?
Yeah, he's a really good player. They have two of the, I think as a run-stopping and pass-rushing group, Grover's one of the better run-stopping nose guards in the league. They still have Defo out there who's a great player in both phases of the game. And they have some young guys that I'm sure they're going to move up and have to play some more minutes at the nose guard for him. But yeah, he's dynamic in the run-stopping, and he's a penetrator, kind of similar to our defense. They penetrate, they get up the field. And he does a really good job of that, so it'll be interesting to see who kind of takes those snaps away. But they still have a really talented front, and their linebackers fly around and make plays.
Joel, go ahead, Mary Kay.
Now that they've won the game on Sunday. Can you say, I mean, are you sad that the streak is over, the snap and the game streak?
For me, it was a tough decision, because I knew my knee was hurting, and I knew I wasn't at 100%, but I felt like I wanted to be out there, for the guys. And so it was a hard decision for me to make anyway with the surgery, and it's almost in a weird way, kind of a relief. You know what I mean? That you're not worried about your helmet snapping off or your shoelace breaking or anything like that. If we're winning by 30 points and coach wants to take me out, he's like, I'm like, yeah, I can we're winning this game. But no, I think it's a testament to the teammates I've had, the coach that I've had, and just the mentors of Joe and Mitch and Greco and Mac. Those guys, fought hard, and it was something that in JC, he did it for a long time too. I just wanted to be out there with the guys. But for me, it was one game. We got the win, and team's always more important.
Since touch on it there, but does that just kind of speak to the mentality that's been developed on the offensive line over years and years and years, going back to Joe now, and how much responsibility do you feel to kind of foster that with these younger guys?
Yeah, it was. When I first got in the league, I thought it was just like common practice. Because, like Joe Thomas had never missed a snap, Alex Mack had never missed a snap, and Mitch had never missed a snap. So I was like, I guess you don't miss snaps, you know what I mean? And so I came in and I didn't miss a snap for my first year, and I was like, all right, this is easy. And then I got hurt in my second year, and that went down the drain. But it was definitely fostered of this toughness, and guys were playing through injuries, and Mac had the appendix thing, and he played through it, like crazy things, you know what I mean? And it was just a pride thing that you wanted to be out there for your guys. And so I hope we're still carrying that on, but it was definitely from those guys that kind of did it. Then JC, when he got here, me and him kind of had we played every snap together for like 5 years, 4 years, so that was something that we didn't want to let each other down. And so it's been part of the group, and when you're healthy, or you can fight through, we try and be out there.
Since you had your assistant coach's hat on last week and could focus on the defense a little bit, what were your impressions of the Browns defense?
Oh, it's impressive the way they fly around. I think we saw some of it in training camp. We weren't sure until you get on the field, but we're like, they got some big plays. The DBs are playing well. They're going to pressure up front. I was excited to see, the old linemen are excited to see Miles versus Trent a little bit. And they finally got some real one-on-one in the last drive of the game. Two obviously great players in this game. But, no, they do a great job. And honestly, we put them in some tough positions on offense, or I think the stats would be even better if we turn the ball over a little bit too much and we give them some short fields. But they're playing lights out right now, and hopefully we can complement them a little bit more.
I was just going to ask you, Amari was saying it does have a galvanizing effect. Do you feel that now, that this defense is really pulling this team together?
Yeah, they're doing a great job. It's nice when you score 19 points, and we gave them a touchdown too, but, score 19 points and win a game. We've seen that in a few games this year where the teams have scored 3 points, and even the Steelers game, we did 2 touchdowns. But they're playing lights out, and it's positive. We want to do our part and really help so we can have 2 great phases as long as special teams.
The 2 games after Nick got hurt, there were a lot of questions about the running game. Just how good was it to watch that running game really get going against a good defense like San Francisco? And now that you're coming back, I'm excited already to get those guys going.
Yeah, no, it was a great week. I think guys stepped up. We moved Jed around a little bit. He was pulling out there, making some big blocks for us. Poe was playing great. Wyatt. All of them really stepped up, and I think Ford and Green, had their best game since Nick's gone down, and I think it's just been an improvement, and hopefully we can keep stacking it. But it was impressive. I was so pumped to see it, and when you hit a good run, I just feel like that gives you a little bit of momentum, and you can really get the ball moving for you guys.
Historically, you guys haven't been a good group, and I realize this is a completely different year, but you've played a pretty big chunk of your home schedule already, and you got a ton of road games coming up here. So what's going to be the key for you guys to become road warriors and win away from home?
Yeah, we've stressed it. For the offense, it's really about road operation. You have silent counts, you have communication, you have the fans against you, and right now we're just focused on ourselves and trying to do that. But coach has stressed it. We want to be road warriors. We want to stack wins. We want to really develop that. We don't want to kind of go on this roller coaster of the season. So it's a big week for us, but I think the guys are focused. And like yesterday's practice, I think everybody's high energy and ready to try and stack a win.